Today we'll be completing a audit of a Discord server. So we're going to go here and join quickly now to see what we get straight away on onboarding. So here we go. Here's one of the first things we look at. Onboarding is enabled in this community. This means that we do have a series of questions to answer that give out various roles before entering. This first one is something that we really do try and discourage servers from using. Age gating can be a safeguarding issue. People don't have to create any form of verification to answer these questions. So this is something we try and hide away from, something to note straight away on joining. We do have pronouns. This is something that everyone likes to use on the internet. Obviously, it's particularly helpful for some people, so we always include these on Discord servers. And we also have location. Here we've obviously got it via continent, which is good enough, although it is worth noting that some servers will want a little bit more accurate info. Maybe instead of Europe, we'd have some particular countries in there as well. It's then great to see we've got lots and lots of ping roles here on this server. It looks like these are all giving different pingable roles, which mean that the moderators are able to use different pingable roles rather than pinging everyone in the community at one time. I see one in particular, chat revive, I've not seen particularly commonly, but everything else here seems fairly normal. We'll go and apply all of these for joining just to make sure that we can see all of the channels on the server. So once again, we can see when we join here, we've got a bit of a getting started guide, which is particularly nice, a little bit of an about section, and we do have a section up here welcoming people in. There's also lots of resources down here, so we can easily click into the rules, FAQ, and look at creating tickets, which is particularly nice to see. Also, just having a quick glance down here, we can see that there's lots of different categories, lots of different channels, so it's obviously gated towards different conversations in different channels. Having a look going into the rules section, we can see here that we do have lots of different rules that all look fairly self-explanatory for Discord. One thing to note, that these weren't actually within onboarding. That's something that maybe we'd look at including to make sure that users have to agree with the rules before they actually join the main server. And then having a look over here on the members tab, we can see that currently there's a co-owner online, and we do also have a help online. I assume that's a moderator. This is something though that I would look at. Someone joining the server for the first time, maybe it would be more helpful to have some of these roles actually show off exactly what they are. I'm sure the helper is there to help, but of course we're unsure immediately if this is actually a moderator or just someone who's there who may be able to show you about on the server. Having a quick scroll now, we can have a look in the main chat. What we can see is that we were immediately pinged. This is once again something that I try and keep away from in starting servers, as people are going to have an explore anyway. People especially who are in 40, 50, hundreds of Discord servers don't necessarily want those regular pings. What's good to see though is we can see that general chat is fairly active. We've had lots of messages today already, which is particularly good to see. Something else that we always look at as well is like an activities tab. Anything like this, such as events, what we can see here is that semi-regularly we've got some activities going. There was a Discord Nitro back a couple of months ago, and there's been another events project here. It also looks like we've got an activity section here, so we seem to have almost daily by the looks of it. Question of the day, which is a really good way to get users just to react and get into the server every single day doing something. Scrolling down the server as well, we can see we do have quite a few channels in this extra. Due to server size, it is worth having a look. We can see here that actually the pets channel, for example, has very little content in that recently. This layouts channel, similarly, not too much content in there. Let's have a look at some of the others. Icon seems to have a bit, but actually that's only recently. So we do have a few channels here that we would have a proper audit at and a proper look at, just to make sure that everything is being utilized properly. One final thing to notice as well, I like to look at, is we've actually got bots in their own category over here. This does seem to be a significant amount of bots. Something like this to me would mean that it would warrant a full audit, making sure that all of these bots are both needed to be utilized for the activities that people use them for in the server, but also we would want to do a bit of a permissions audit to make sure that no one is able to hijack these or do anything suspicious on the server. So overall, having a look around this server, we can see that actually it contains regular conversations between lots of users, despite a relatively small size overall. The staff are also hosting fairly regular events and habitual systems, weekly events to keep users engaged in the server. I would say that this is particularly great for the server of size, although we do have some issues with it. We noted on onboarding we had the age verification or age roles that we don't particularly like to see, as well as a number of bots that I think would need particular auditing in here, and a number of channels that don't seem to be used that much.